Now, when the Atmakaraka is in the Capricorn sign or the Makara Rashi as it is called in Vedic astrology. So here the Atmakaraka in different signs is more about the how part rather than the what part. The what part comes from in which house the Atmakaraka is placed in your horoscope. That video I've already done, Atmakaraka in different houses. Today we're talking about the Atmakaraka in different signs, which means how should you be able to obtain the objective depending on which house it is placed in. So what should be your approach? So the main approach for the Atmakaraka when it is in the Capricorn sign, the main characteristic of that approach is to be very responsible for the end goal that you're trying to achieve, and in trying to achieve it, to be very disciplined. So be very structured in your objective, be very disciplined in your objective, know what to do. Like it's like daily trying, being at it for days on end, for months on end, sometimes years on end, to be able to obtain that objective, and to be very strategic in what you're trying to achieve rather than be too materialistic. So at strategic level means know that step number 1, step number 2, this is my goal, this is how I go about, these are the standard operating procedures or the flow chart that I will follow to be able to achieve it, and to be very stoic in your goals. Once you know this is my soul's goal, this is what I want to achieve for the society, for the world at large, be very stoic, be very, very confident that I'll be doing it, and be very disciplined in your approach. So that's the main drive for you. It's achievement for society, achievement to build for others, achievement to lead others, and then to show perseverance, endurance to be able to achieve, through strong perseverance to be able to achieve your goal. What will be your main challenge areas, the main frustrating or the roadblocks that you will face? One will be that sometimes being too stoic, too disciplined, the emotional connect to the work may not be there. Sometimes you may be too cold-hearted or too coldly ambitious about the goal rather than have some emotional connect. So that will be the challenge areas. If you're not emotionally connected, sometimes it may be very superficial because you are being too disciplined, too strategic, too structured, but there is no emotional connect. So that is something you need to watch out for, and not be too controlling or over-controlling in what outcomes that you are trying to achieve. So give some flexibility in what you're trying to achieve rather than be too stringent or too confined in the structures you're following. What are the developmental lessons for you is to be very balanced in your work and in your heart and in your emotions, rather than be too cold-hearted in what you're trying to achieve. So somebody says, no, this is, I need to achieve this. This is the missile I need to make for the country. But look at also the emotional part, look at the humanity part, look at the humane part also. This Capricorn sign represents to be able to obtain your objective and to take authority along. Many times, sometimes with Capricorn sign, people tend to be too team working or too selfless or too serving. So here, this is also to work with authority to be able to obtain your soul's objective and to be more compassionate also. Now, what is the soul's elevation here? The soul's or the spiritual elevation will come from strong ambition, which is bordering on the rigid, but not too rigid, to give some flexibility to the disciplined effort so that the emotional connection to be happen. And the leadership that you are going to take along or to create a rapport with should also be at very soulful, which means at a soul's level, you should feel happy that the alignment that I have with somebody who's superior or somebody is wise who's trying to guide you also has a sense of purpose in trying to help you to be able to obtain the overall objective. So this is a more structured, disciplined, strategic approach to goal getting or to meet the soul's objective, and that is the how part, combining it with the what part, which will be about Atmakaraka and which house it is.